Hey guys, welcome to student presentation number 2 for government and economics. Today we will be talking about Mexico's government. So the prompt today was to talk about Mexico's government. What type of government do they have? Do Montesquieu's principles apply? What is the government powered by according to Montesquieu's principles? And do they have Montesquieu's education? So first off, we'll start talking about what kind of government Mexico has. Today, Mexico has a federal republic, meaning they have a constitution and a president, like the United States. They have a judicial, executive, and legislative branch, like the United States as well. There is a big difference in their presidential term, though. The president of Mexico is a 6-year term position, and they're only allowed to run once, where in the United States it is a 4-year term, and you can take up to 2 terms if elected. So I found that very interesting. So next we'll talk about Montesquieu. So first I want to talk about Montesquieu's principles. So do they still apply to Mexico? I found that for the most part, yes, they do, because Mexico is a government that has a system of checks and balances. They incorporate every factor into their lawmaking decisions, and everything in Mexico is subject to law, which Montesquieu would approve of all of those things. So, yes, I do believe that his principles still apply in Mexico's government. So, next, we'll talk about what is it powered by. Now, remember, we're talking about Montesquieu's power, not presidential or any of that kind of stuff. So, Mexico is a republic, so it should be powered by virtue, which it is, which is a good thing, because that's why the government works in Mexico. The people have a high moral standard, which keeps them virtuous, I think is the right word. And so that is why their government works so well. So, for this next one, do they have Montesquieu's education? I actually was not able to figure this out. I looked in every nook and cranny of the internet, and I could not find any evidence to whether they have Montesquieu's education or not, sadly. But I did find many other amazing facts about Mexico, so now I will go and tell you a little bit about its governmental history. So first off, the very beginning of Mexico, the Mayans and Aztecs were the rulers. So they had chiefs, so it was a monarchy. And they lasted like that for as long as documented until the Spaniards came. And then the Spaniards kind of like took over. They ran all of the Mayans and Aztecs out. Well, they didn't really run them out, but they had wars, and the Mayans and Aztecs sort of forcefully joined them, I guess you could say. So once the Spaniards had taken over Mexico, in 1841 they had a constitutional monarchy put into place by the Spaniards, and that didn't last too long. After the constitutional monarchy, they actually fell into a dictatorship, which was soon overthrown. They had a revolution overthrowing the dictatorship, and so then after the revolution, the now Mexicans put into play the liberal democracy, which was pretty corrupt and not very good. So they slowly started to change it from a liberal democracy into a federal republic, which is what they have today. So, yeah, here's my links and bibliography. And I hope you enjoyed my presentation and learned a lot of things about Mexico's government.